Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about Harry and Megsy's reaction to Joe Rogan. Now, Joe Rogan has just released a Netflix special of his stand-up. In it, he discusses his interaction with Prince Harry, or basically how Prince Harry was talking about him, saying Joe Rogan was basically had anti-vax views and criticizing him for it. And he also takes the mickey out of the dumb prince for his drug use and possibly being a lightweight. He also called Harry a little beach. So there's a lot to get through. Now, Joe Rogan is the most popular podcast host in the world. He has got a lot of followers, like a mega amount of followers, like millions and millions of followers. He's very influential. He has people like Elon Musk on his podcast, and a lot of very interesting people like Douglas Murray, for instance. Douglas Murray's just been on there quite recently as well. So he kind of has all of these different people on from different backgrounds, other comedians, people who've been involved with the government in America or the military as well. So it's a very kind of diverse and interesting podcast. However, Harry felt back at the time when Miss Rona was going on, Harry felt like he had to kind of weigh in on Joe Rogan and tick him off for even like questioning the rollout of whatever. So we're going to see how Harry is reacting to this back. Now he's getting a bit of it back. Let's have a look and see what the cards say. If you're new here, I work in layers. I'm going to do one spread for Harry, one spread for Meghan in all of this, and then we'll kind of evaluate where we're at. Like, subscribe, all of that YouTube stuff. Share my videos about it. Helps the channel out. Let's get on with it. Let's do it. Using the usual cards for Harry, which is the Garbage Pail Kids cards, because it's very, very petulant man-child energy with this. So to me, it just doesn't feel like, okay. The Four of Cups is in reverse. There's this thing about having to drink your own medicine. The medicine you give to others, sometimes you have to suck it up. He's having to suck this up a bit. He's having to suck this up a lot, does Harry. Let's see what's crossing over in the Knight of Wands. He's sucking it up, but with that Knight of Wands in reverse. There's a fire sign around him, Meghan, who's really angry about it. He is in a place, this Knight of Wands in reverse could also indicate that Harry is in a place where he is not necessarily allowed to say something, and this rage is kind of building up. He wants to kind of lash out. There will be, I feel so far, there'll be an energy of like, oh, you're using my name for clout. It's like, honestly, Harry, Joe Rogan doesn't need clout. He's probably as famous as you are, but he got there with talent. Let's have a look. Let's see what's above the situation. Queen of Coins in reverse. What's underneath? The Page of Coins in reverse. Okay, the Queen of Coins in reverse. So he's blaming none of this is his fault. You see, he's angry, he wants to push back. He is blaming that the popular press prefer Her Royal Highness Catherine, Princess of Wales, to him. which is an interesting thing. The page of coins is underneath. The recollections may vary how many children they have and how they got here, but this could indicate that he's going to weave it into a narrative of like, this is why we need to protect our children because, like, you know, Joe Rogan might make a joke about them or something. That kind of energy. Ooh. He is so gaslit. He is so gaslit. He doesn't necessarily know what he wants or what stuff's coming in what order. He is absolutely gaslit. The Seven of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse. There's an energy of confusion, being gaslit. Next time we see these two, they're going to be putting on a very schmaltzy, very in love, what they think is a very united front. But there's going to be some giveaways. There's going to be some big giveaways when we next see them as a couple. The Queen of Swords is in reverse for what's on his mind. And the Knight of Swords is in reverse. For some reason, he is going to come at Joe Rogan and say things like Joe Rogan odds just enabling people to be hostile to me and putting my family in danger. Because the Knight of Swords can indicate as well security, police, the security services, that by extension, bodyguards, Secret Service, all of that kind of stuff. The Queen of Swords here, he's frustrated. This wasn't meant to happen. He thinks he's being cruel and too sharp and retaliatory. That's what he thinks of Joe Rogan. What he wants to... Okay. There's the Queen of Cups. So I hate to mention it, but we are going to get the Diana card coming in sometime soon and using this as some type of deflection. I wouldn't be surprised if he turned around and said something along the lines of, oh, can you imagine if all these celebrities treated my mother like this, and when she was going through the pain, oh my God, it's so, such a bunch of grifters, blah, blah, blah. The Five of Wands there, what he's hoping to do, and which will be a mistake for him to do, is get the Sussex squad to try and go after Joe Rogan. But he's wanting to create some drama about this, and it's going to be manufactured. He wants to kind of get back at him. With the Queen of Coins in reverse, he's going to blame everybody preferring Catherine to them. Let's see what Megsy thinks. With the Queen of Cups, it's so tiresome, isn't it? I mean, it really is. Queen of Cups in reverse, that's potentially a deflection using Diana's memory. Doesn't get any better, does it, really? Let's have a look and see. Okay, so Megsy, this is giving Megsy some purpose, and she can move forward out of something with this. Three of Swords in reverse, but it's kind of embarrassing at the same time. I think Megsy has a better grasp, even though she doesn't know how to read it properly, of not upsetting like somebody who's got a major following, like a big following, like Joe Rogan. And she knows that with the South Park sense of humor and like Joe Rogan's, he's got a big following, you know, she knows that there's a bit of embarrassment there, a bit of wounding. Harry can't necessarily read the room when it comes to who to be pally with, but Megsy is an accomplished social climber. unfortunately, everyone knows she's a social climber now, but she doesn't think anyone knows she's a social climber, apart from other social climbers. So it is wounding for her. It is embarrassing for her. She's definitely not in. It definitely makes her out of, very much out of the in crowd, if you will. The 9 of Wands is in reverse there. The 9 of Wands is a boundary that's been overstepped. So they are going to try and say this is uncalled for, this is unfair. They will whinge about this at some point in the future. How far in the future? And the 5 of Cups, regret. And the King of Cups, leaving the situation. She's been hyper focused on William again. William is a water sign, Cancer, so he would come out as the King of Cups. The 5 of Cups underneath, there is some regret there. There is some, oh, we're going to get some serious gaslighting, guys, coming up. Let's see what's on her mind with it. 3 of Wands. Okay. And she's, right, Strength card in reverse. She is worried how this makes her look. And she is insisting something with Harry about how this makes her look. The 3 of Wands is on her mind. She thinks this, they are actually thinking there's some kind of monarchist plot with with Joe Rogan or something like that. Like, even if it's like the influence, like the influenced more from the monarchy from abroad. I don't know why they would think that. I mean, Joe Rogan's an American. What she wants to do is burn everything down. Has a complete rebirth again. I think the penny might be dropping that they've went too far, you know. Yeah, and there's a restart there. They're going to try towards the end of the year. The problem is with the Harkles is they don't have an attention to detail, and they don't have an attention to long-term planning, and they don't have an identity, really. That's the major problem. She flip-flops from, I'm a podcaster, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an author, I'm a fashion icon, I'm a humanitarian. I mean, pick a lane. My goodness, pick a lane, girl. But she's going to try and rebrand as something else. The thing is with narcissists, she thinks she's the cleverest, the most witty, and the funniest in the room. And she's not, to be honest. But she's going to want to start something new. Can you imagine, like, Prince Harry's like, oh, well, I want my own comedy Netflix special. Oh, I'm way funnier than them. Of course you are, Harry. Everyone's better than everyone else. Apart from me, I'm best at everything. She's, yeah. But they're paranoid. This is feeding into their paranoia. Meghan's more bothered about her image being tarnished with this. Harry is frustrated and angry. But the main problem for Harry, he's like, it's oppositional defiant disorder, you know. A bit of BPD, probably, allegedly, whatever. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this quick reading. We are about to get some serious gaslighting and puff pieces from these two anyway, with the 2 of Cups in reverse and the 7 of Cups coming in. So keep an eye out for that. We're going to get we are so wholesome and lovely. How dare anyone criticize us? Beige, bland, and boring. Meh. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. This week there'll be some more lives and more readings, so stick around for that. And I will see you all later on. Take care, everyone. Bye, guys. Bye.